Light snow will continue through about 6 o'clock tonight. Another 1 to 3 inches to go. Most of that on colder surfaces. So here's where we're at. We're in the 7th inning stretch of this thing right now, folks. We are also kind of past the main point of this as well, with the heaviest snowfall coming just before and during the morning commute. Now, the next thing to watch for in terms of the roads, honestly, it's going to be tonight. I'm more concerned about tonight than during the day today, because those roads will turn, they're pretty wet right now for the most part, and black ice will be the big concern. How much snow have you seen? In some cases here, over 8 inches of snow for us in Genesee, Arvada, half foot, 90's backyard, 4.5. We're going to end up with about 6 inches of snow once all is said and done here in downtown Denver. Officially at the airport now, this is as of 5 o'clock this morning, way more than that since then there at the airport, but this is our snowiest, our biggest snowstorm for us in about 10 months for us here in Denver. That is not because this has been such a big snowstorm. That is because we've had a frankly pathetic last 10 months of snow for us across the Denver area. So our first meaningful snow for us in about, again, 10 months for us across the Denver area. We're not done yet either. Still seeing some snow for us here across the metro area. Some pockets of some moderate snow, but for the most part, we're talking about maybe a quarter, perhaps in some cases half-inch per hour snowfall rates right now. Snow mostly accumulating on those colder surfaces at this point. Starting to lighten things on up across northern Colorado, Loveland, Fort Collins, Greeley. What's going on up here? If you're joining me from Fort Collins and Greeley, you might be wondering, wait, why is it snowing in Denver, not here? You're getting a dry north wind. To your north is the Cheyenne Ridge. That air, as it flows off the Cheyenne Ridge, it downslopes, and the result is that you are getting much lighter snow. The heaviest snow right now here along the Highway 50 corridor, La Junta on west to Pueblo. That is some real deal snow. Schools are, by the way, if you're unfamiliar, Pueblo, Colorado Springs, schools are closed down here for today because of that heavy, steady snow that continues out that way. Snow will continue, and it will shift more into southern Colorado as we head through the rest of our day today. Snow showers will continue for us in Denver till about 6 p.m. or so tonight, and then tonight we'll clear things on out and cool things off. Light snow today through about 6 p.m. tonight, 1 to 3 inches of new snow, again, mostly on colder surfaces, and most areas maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches of additional snow before it wraps up tonight. Temps, it's in the 20s, 30s across the state right now, certainly on the cold side. Highs basically where we're at right now. Tonight we drop back to 13 degrees. Again, watch this. Watch for black ice tonight. That's going to be my main concern. Often when we see these sorts of events, just to be transparent about it, what often happens is go, okay, snow's over, we're done, let's go back to regularly scheduled driving and programming. Then you get the black ice, and what black ice is, of course, the blacktop looks like it's normal, it's black, and then, of course, you got that thin layer of ice, which is hard to see. So please here, folks, be careful tonight. Next thing I'm watching for, we haven't talked about this really much yet. Saturday, we get a pretty good hit of snow for us here in the mountains. This is not going to affect us here in the Denver area. Maybe some wind, maybe rain or snow shower for us in Denver. Not a big deal for us in the metro area, but in the mountains, Friday and especially Saturday, this is going to be perhaps our healthiest hit of snow so far this season for us there in the mountains. And again, that mostly comes during the day on Saturday. Of course, got that weather impact alert for, should say today, my apologies on that one, but you get the idea here, folks, much calmer, much drier once we get past today. And, you know, Briana, I really want to apologize to you because I was giving my kudos to my colleague meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen about his beard and how that's a sign that we're into the winter season. But also, when our favorite Floridian is wearing a hat and out there tracking the snow, that is also a sign that we're getting into the heart of the winter season.
Yeah, you know, I love a good snow day, especially a day like today when it looks like winter wonderland. And Chris, thank you so much for giving me a little shout out because I miss working with you, so it's nice to hear your voice. All right, let me turn this camera around just so you guys can see what I'm noticing right now. We are in the Wash Park area. Jenny, I just saw someone running right now. While the snow is coming down, it is super cold. Today's a day that you guys want to be indoors, especially if you can work remote. Stay indoors because, like Chris was mentioning, conditions are probably going to be worse later tonight because of the slick road conditions that we could possibly see, especially if you're heading back from work to go home. But again, right now we're seeing people up and down the Wash Park area, obviously not here in this section where I'm currently driving with my photographer, Joe Swanson, but we have seen, I promise you guys, we have seen people running, enjoying it. I've seen some people smiling as well. I mean, you guys are crazy, but stay indoors, get some hot chocolate, enjoy the fireplace, you know, nice warm day, definitely to stay indoors and not outside. Anyways, So winter wonderland out here. I'm going to send it back to, I think, Lauren Scafidi now. Hey, Lauren, what are you seeing over there?
Hey Briana, good morning to you. Nobody running out here in downtown Castle Rock, and really today isn't a good day for those gym shoes anyway, because look at this. So the sidewalk over here behind me looking clear, pristine, perfect, but right in front of me you can see we got plenty of snow here on the ground all piled up, so gonna want to wear the snow boots today. We're starting to see the snow piled up in these surfaces like this. If someone wants to take a seat here, I've got gloves on. I'll uncover some things for them in case they want to take a seat, but we're really seeing not a whole lot of snow covered on Wilcox right here in downtown Castle Rock. The cars are getting through just fine. We've seen a couple of plows come through, not necessarily plowing the street. Looks like they're on their way to other locations across downtown Castle Rock. So we'll keep you posted. We're going to stay here for another hour, so we'll bring you another live shot at 11:30. But I do want to send things on over to Cory Reppenhagen. He's in the foothills. Cory, I can't see you through the camera, but I hear that you've got your killer beard going. If it's anything like my hair, I'm guessing that you've got some snow piled up in that beard already this morning.
Yeah, Lauren, my beard is trying to catch some of these snowflakes out here. You know, this is just beginning season stuff that I've got here. So once we get into the season, I'll really have no trouble getting the snow to stick to this thing. But it's doing a pretty good job. The air is actually coming from the northeast, which is directly behind me. So it's blowing these snowflakes right at the camera and Brian over there. So all these, it's still snowing pretty good at a pretty good rate, but the flakes are very small, so I would call this about a 1/4 inch per hour rate. So in other words, it'll take 4 hours to get 1 inch of accumulation, and that's what we've got left in this storm is about 4 hours, so maybe another inch. So when we're talking about this snow out here, this is the Genesee area, Jefferson County foothills. We've got a pretty good hit of snow up here, and it's pretty typical of upslope snow. I've been measuring anywhere between 7 and 8 inches. I've got the yardstick. I always bring the yardstick when I go to the foothills because the potential for more than a foot of snow is always there. And it was with that storm. I think with this snowfall rate, it's going to take us another 4 hours to get another inch. So I'm guessing we're going to fall well short of a foot, but we could get up there close to 9 and 10 inches. And as far as this snow, it's a very dry snow. It's a very powdery snow, so there's going to be no snowmen to be made tonight, as this snow is very light, and that has part of the do with why it's accumulating so nicely out here. If it was a little bit heavier, it would compress a little bit, but the light, dry flakes tend to just pile up a lot easier, and that's why we do still have that potential to see another inch or so, getting us up there above 9 inches as far as the storm total goes. And the snow is pretty evenly spread throughout the foothills. We're seeing a lot of 7 to 8 inch measurements at this point, so we're all kind of headed towards that 9 to maybe 10 inch mark. And as far as the road conditions out here, this is I-70 behind me. It's really in good shape right now. After it was kind of bumper to bumper traffic coming eastbound this morning, that's kind of cleared out. Now the plows are really able to get some good work done out here. They're keeping the roads pretty clear, easily keeping up with this light snowfall rate that we have right here. It's reporting from the Jefferson County foothills. I'm meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen for the 9 News Weather Impact Team.
All right, Cory, thank you, as well as Briana and Lauren. Y'all look great out there today. The city of Denver has opened up shelters now to help people stay warm today. Single men can head to the Denver Rescue Mission. Single women should go to Samaritan House. Both shelters are on Lawrence Street. And if it's a family with children or young adults up to age 24, you can go to Urban Peak off South Acoma Street. After what was a slow start to the season, ski resorts around the state are finally starting to get some powder. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj checked in with a few of them for an early season update.
You know, we're all very excited to see the snow.
Last week, Loveland Ski Area picked up almost a foot of fresh powder.
So we opened on November 8th, and it was for us really intentional about choosing our opening date because we didn't want to rush the process.
Lauren Roberson says before they chose a date, they wanted to make sure they'd be able to stay open for the remainder of the season.
There was some challenges in the beginning with some warmer temps, but they came through. Our team was working really hard to make it happen.
More than 240 40 acres of their terrain can be covered by snow they make themselves.
For the local businesses and the economy, we are dependent on this snow and these conditions to deliver.
Beaver Creek is officially open for the season. A stretch of unseasonably mild weather last month forced a short delay, but the lifts are moving again.
And our lower elevations kind of plagued us a little bit with the issue of not being able to make snow overnight even.
They welcomed their first wave of skiers and snowboarders on Sunday. Last week's streak of bitter cold gave snowmaking crews what they needed to build out the slopes.
Just last year, we had 18 inches the night before opening day. So yeah, it can vary year to year.
Both resorts were able to make the most of Thanksgiving weekend, and now their sights are set on the next big leg of the holiday season.
Now that things are changing for the Front Range and people aren't thinking about biking and golfing anymore, people are shifting their mindset to come out and ski.
That was Shalima Maharaj reporting. Beaver Creek told us people who bought lift tickets for the original opening date, they were able to be shuttled over to Vail Mountain, which is about 20-ish minutes away, and they could go ski there instead. Of course, stick with 9 News for your very latest on Denver's first big snowstorm of the season. We will continue our coverage all day on 9 News. You can also take us on the go. Download the 9 News app for free. It's in the Apple and the Google Play stores.